press start to continue? I certainly will. Hello and welcome to another episode of GameHammer. This time we're looking at 1945, the amazing arcade game, which is ported to the PlayStation 2 in two parts, all on one disc, 1945 Part 1 and Part 2. It's also known as Strikers 1945, I'm not sure why. It's set in an alternate history where the villains really could have been the heroes because, let's face it, if you've got this tech and you didn't step in to save the world in World War II, automatic bad guy territory there just by holding out on the rest of the world. So, let's take a look at 1945. Okay, we've got three versions, original 2 and arcade. The arcade is great because it turns the screen on the side, so if you've got one of those tall widescreen things, you can play it very well. But here we're looking at the original version, which is the version that I play the most, just because it's the standard style of scrolling. It goes very nicely. I mean, look at this, it's great. But the original 2 is interesting because as you move up and down the screen scrolls a little bit, so you have a bit of push scrolling there to keep you going, which is great. You've got 6 different types of aircraft, and of course, being British, I chose to fly the Spitfire, because you would. It's great. I love it. So let's have a look at the game itself. Like I say, standard vertical scrolling shooter, one of the best styles of game in my opinion. I much prefer this style of game over pretty much everything else because it's so much fun. It's very simple mechanics. You shoot a lot, you've got to power up if things get too bad, and you've got various different kinds of bad guy to fight. Now we've got here several of them. Every time you start a new level you get told what your target is, but really you don't need to know because it's going to be the big thing at the end, and after a point the game knows that you're not caring, so it just gives up giving you names. I mean, what? Why not? We're going to fight a scorpion at one point. So here we are, and look at it. It is beautifully done. Every single set of enemies on every wave, on every level is different. The backgrounds are different. Everything is beautifully drawn, beautifully animated. There isn't anything to complain about on this game. Look at it, it's amazing stuff. It's very hard though. At some point it becomes kind of a bullet hell, but you'll get to it. And then you fight these massive bad guys, which usually turn into a giant robot or something weird, like here. An alien and 2 guys in flasher mags? What's going on there? But here's the thing, you only have to fight one of the guys in flasher mags once you've got past the disco dancing alien baby thing, which is fairly easy to do. And then the 2 guys turn into one guy who decides to flash you. See? What's going on here? I don't get it, but I don't need to get it because it's just great. However, I did notice that the game gets significantly harder after about wave 3 or wave 4, I can't remember which, where if you die you have to start the entire level again, and that it is a bit annoying to me, but what can you do? You just play through it. It's more of the game, what can I say? I love playing it. Right guys, that is an amazing game. I recommend you give it a try. Either play the arcade original, which is fantastic by the way, or go for it on the PlayStation where you can just fire off continue after continue if you want to sit there all day and play. I mean, I didn't, but I could have. Very easily could have, in fact. It's a very good game. I really enjoy it. Can't recommend it enough. So I recommend you do give this a try if you get the chance. Anyway, that's all we've got time for today, so thanks for watching GameHammer. I hope you enjoyed the game because I certainly did. And if you did, remember to click that like button, share this video so your friends will know a good game when they see it, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching GameHammer on the Knobmouse channel, and I'll see you later. Today's video is brought to you by my graphic novels, The Collected Life of Knobty Mouse, Volume 1, All Over the House, Volume 1, and All Over the House, Volume 2. Thank you.